Hello and welcome to the show, and welcome to Sharp Practice. This is going to be a short campaign set in the Peninsula, and the main forces are going to be the British and the French. So after their first meeting at Santa Anna Barbera, the second scenario is the Brandy Barrel Enticement. This is an escort duty scenario. The British are trying to persuade one of the local guerrilla commanders, El Barboso, to join the fight against the French. A few barrels of brandy might be the way to do that. The British are going to be organised with 3 groups of 8 light company troops, 2 groups of 95th Rifles, and the mule train, 3 mules, with 2 men detached from one of the light company groups. The French will be voltigeur-tastic again, but this time they're all skirmishers, 2 groups of 6 and 2 groups of 6, and they will have again Pierre Parfait with his hussars for company. Both sides will retain the same leaders as Scenario 1, but the British will gain an extra Status 1 leader, who is Sergeant William Drips, known as Willie. The ground for this scenario is very open and sparse vegetation. There is a valley that runs from the top right of the table as you look down to the bottom left, with high ground either side. Trees will provide line of sight interference and also a little bit of light cover. The British objective is to escort Brandy from one side of the table to the other. They will be entering the valley here and have to make their way towards Barbosa's stronghold. Unfortunately for Sidebottom, the French have spies inside the camp and they know the British are on the march, so they're going to intercept them and try and get the brandy for themselves. Both forces have a force morale of 9. So this is the view from the British deployment corner. They're going to make their way down the valley to the opposite corner. There's high ground on the right and high ground on the left. Not quite sure where the French are going to be coming, but the British have 3 moves to start with. Nice one, Centurion. Right, so the British have had their 3 moves, and this is where they've got to. They're pushing a group of 95th Rifles on the right, and on the left of the valley, just up on the hills there, and the main column is going straight down the middle with the beer or brandy and the gear and the escort bringing up the rear there. Where are the French going to come from? Right, so we're rolling a dice, 1, 2, 3, 4 for where the French comes on. 1 will be to the right, 2 will be to the right but in the far distance, 3 to the left, and 4 near left. Let's see where they go. 2, far corner opposite the camera. Alright, first card up, red flag. Leader 1, very handy for the British. So the mule train is going to activate 1 dice 6 every time that the column activates themselves. They will go 9. They're going to be a bit careful they don't run away from the mule train. No, they only go 2. Of course, the mules are being obstinate. And therefore that group at the rear will just keep up behind them there. So already got a bit of a split. And would you believe it, tiffin. Well, that's good for the British. So 1 unit moving on its own. So the British don't know where the French are coming at the moment. So I'm going to do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to see whether the right hand or left hand group of rifles moves. And it is the left hand group. I go 8. And they'll get their bonus move. I guess I can do that as well. Another 5. Alright, first card up. Blue flag. Leader 4. Well, that's the Cavalry. Pierre Parfait. So they can deploy up to 18 inches, which will bring them up to here. And I think they're just going to go here and have a look, see what's going on. Ooh, would you believe it? Leader 1 again. He's out of command range actually, so he's messed that a little bit. He's going to have to move back. And then tell them to move. 5. dawdling. And the rear group really up there, so not ideal. Unbelievably tiffin. So French can't use that. Turn over. Right, French leader 1. Cul-de-sac, he's out. Right, they can come out 9 inches. And effectively the voltigeurs at the moment are going to be in an open column, that's why they can come out together. Cul-de-sac and mal de mer. Red flag, blue flag. Red leader 4. That's Willie Drips, he can't do anything at the moment. Leader 2. Well, this is old Ramsbottom, so I'll tell you what he's going to do. He's going to get his group up here and see if he can take on the cavalry at the moment. So he'll move twice. 6, that's not brilliant. And of course that's put him in dead ground now towards the cavalry. So can he move again? I think he can. Well, there we go. Still dead ground. Leader 4. Now that is Pierre Parfait and the cavalry. Now, interesting. They have just come on at the canter. Now these guys, I don't think they can reach them, but they might canter towards them. And yeah, why not? So it's 2 dice 6 plus 6. So that's 14. So the rifles there might be in some trouble. Red flag. Another red flag. Ooh, wow, look at that. 4 red flags. I'll tell you what. The rifles are going to use that. They are going to activate on rifles, but old Ramsbottom will activate. So, activation here, it's 6, 7, 8 with him for basics. Close range, 4, 5, 6. It is first fire, and they're skirmishers. So it's 2s. So that means, whatever that is, 7 hits. And they're in the open. Ooh, interesting. So, there's 6 points of shock. So that was one action. For the second action, they are going to get into the woods there. They're going to try and get away as quick as they can. They'll go with 2 dice, actually. So they're going to hide behind the trees there with 2 dice. 5. Ooh, probably just about enough. Gets them into the trees there. Leader 3. More voltigeurs coming on. These chaps will be coming on with Derriere. Leader 3 for the British. That is old Albert Turner here. Now the French have shown their hand. They are going to move very quickly down to the left-hand side of the valley. They know where they're coming from now. They go 8, so that's all their movements. Red, leader 1. Well, I think Sidebottom's going to sort of hang around here, actually. You get everybody moving now. They're all within command range. So the front 2 groups speed off at 11. Sidebottom, mule train, and the rear group will go 5. And that's a tiffin, so we've got a blue card. But the French have all moved. Right, first card up, red flag. Leader 4. Right, leader 4 is Willie Drips here, Sergeant. I've probably messed it up again. Probably should have the Sidebottom up here and Drips back there. I think they're too far away at the moment from the mules, so they just won't move at the moment. Ooh, tiffin. Right. Get some unit activating with that. So the objective for the British is to get these brandy barrels off the table. So rather than fire with the rifles, I'm just going to keep moving the mule train forward. They get another 3. Leader 4. Woolly drips. Well, I think this time they will move their 2 dice. They go 7. Blue flag. Oh, tiffin again. Right, French unit to move. Right, the Voltigeurs are the best way of stopping the British column advancing, so I can only use 1 unit, so I think I'll have to be cul-de-sac. They'll use all 3 actions for movement, so that is 14. Valdemar will look after the other group. So the French Voltigeurs trying to get into a position where they can actually do something to stop this column moving through the valley. Red flag. Leader 3. Leader 3 is Sergeant Albert Turner. This little gang use 3 dice to get over these woods areas as quick as they can, I think. They go 14. It's a nice move. Blue flag. Leader 2. Right, well that's Ramsbottom and his little gang of rifles here. They can see out the woods and they can see Pierre Parfait and his hussars, and they're going to have a go. Right, so it's 8 dice. It's 4, 5, 6 and skirmishes, so it's 3s to hit. They've done their first fire. Hold on. They will have to reload. Oh, I've missed that. Well, good job I didn't roll first. So they've got 2 actions to re-roll, and that's what they've got to do. Can't fire now. It's a shame I didn't have 2 red flags. I could have sharp practiced there, but I didn't. Should have put some smoke out to remind me. Okay, blue flag. Red flag. Now they could sharp practice, but I don't think they get a bonus with their leader. I think they're going to do it, actually, because the cavalry are high on shock. Right, so 6 dice hitting on 3s. 3 hits in the open. Another 2 shock. So on 8. And there's only 9 of them. Right, leader 2 for the French is Maldemar, or Maldemer even. And again, all 3 actions for movement. They'll go 11. Leader 4, right. He's going to pick those 2 up. He'll become status 4 for this go. It's old Pierre Parfait. So it'll be 1, 2, 3 points of shock off. And the big question is, what does he do? Does he carry on forward at the canter, or the gallop even? Which I think he might do. Take him out of the arc. Yeah, they're going to gallop forward. 3 dice plus 9. So that's, what's that? 13. 22 forward. Gets them out of the way of the rifles and near to the baggage train. But I'm guessing actually they're going towards the enemy, so I've got to take 5 off. Yeah. They are rather close there to that mule train there. So I'll have to counter and swing about. Could cause some mayhem. Leader 4. Well, that's old Willie Drips. So what does he do now? Needs to be a bit careful. I don't think he's going to move actually. He's going to stay there. Wait for his leader. Leader 3. That is old Durien. Again, all 3 dice for movement for these guys. Oh, there you go, 5. And they're forage this morning, this lot. And Tiffin. Alright. So a quick synopsis of where we are. British advancing nicely down the valley, but they've sort of left their mule train behind actually a little bit. So old side bottom there with the mule train and the rest of the gang. These hussars look very menacing, but they're a little shook up at the moment. And meanwhile, the Voltigeurs are desperately trying to get into action there, but they're a little bit too far away. Right, leader 3 is Albert Turner. Right, there he is, and he's going to get in those woods. Or actually, he might just come over here and start firing at the Voltigeurs. So he'll go 2 dice. That's 7. And with his other action, they are going to open fire at the Voltigeurs just on that little rise. With the rifles, that's effective range 5-6 to hit. However, first fire and skirmishes comes down to 3, so 3s to hit. This dice gone everywhere, haven't they? 4 hits. Now the Voltigeurs will count as being in soft cover. 4-5 shock, 6 kill. Well, 1 shock. Leader 4, well, that's the cavalry. Yeah, parfait. Well, he's going to take another point of shock off. Has to do that, really. They're now down on 4, and they will carry on cantering. So it's 2 dice plus 6. So that's 12. Probably less for the shock. They're sort of going towards the enemy. So that's fine. They're swooping around the back. They need to probably get into a walk to hook around in a minute. Red leader 2. Sergeant Albert Turner. Again, I think he just needs to wait there and get side bottom to come up his rear a little bit. Ooh, misses. Blue flag. Leader 1. And there we go. No sooner had I mentioned it than side bottom is on the move. 5 is a good move. Red flag. Another red flag. Blue flag. Random event movement. 7. Tell the men to sing, Sergeant. If the troops are in any column formation, they may take 2 dice 6 of movement immediately. Well, they're not in column formation, but I will allow 1 dice 6 movement to get the mules on the move. Sort of column. Blue flag. Ooh, now, what do the French do? Just check who's gone. Only Pierre Parfait. Right. I think I've got to do something, otherwise I might lose the chance. Well, no, I can still move the unit, so be alright. Red flag. Typically tiffin. Right, it's even Stevens on the force morale, so it's 1, 2, 3 for the British, 4, 5, 6 for the French to go first. French go first. First things first. Cul-de-sacs group are going to move forward 1 dice. We go 3. That's 1. That's no good. They'll go again. Another 3. That's 1, 2. Not brilliant. And they'll fire. Also remember, they are still reloading. Right, it's only the unit of the firing, so they'll get 6 dice. They are long range, unfortunately. Just. So it's 6s to hit, first fire, and skirmishes, so it's 4s to hit. It's only 2 hits. They are soft cover, 4, 5 shock, 6 kill, 1 shock. And they will reload. Right, now it is this group. So they can reload for 1 and fire. Like I say, it's the effective range for them. 5, 6 skirmishes, so it's 4, 5, 6 to hit. 2 hits. Yeah, not in the open. I was going to say in the open, but it's not. It's soft cover, 1 shock again. And with the other flags, these chaps will move up with Durian. They go 7. I think now they'll break out. And Mel Demar's group will go 11. So the French Voltigeur screen is massing nicely on this high ground. So the British need to be a little bit careful here. I'm not quite sure what they can do. And of course, we've got the cavalry lurking around in their rear. Right, red flag. Blue flag. Leader 2, Mel Demar. All he can really do is get them to fire at the British rifles there. It'll be 7 dice. Hitting on, its first fire, hitting on 4s. So that's 4 hits. Soft cover, 3 shock. So they're now up to 4 shock. And the Voltigeurs will reload. Leader 1, side bottom. Right, off they go, another 3. That is the cavalry. Yeah, parfait. Right, so the cavalry now are going to walk 2 dice and try and just turn around and get into the rear of the British. At 10. That's very nice actually, they've lined them up perfectly. Again, probably should take a few off for that shock. Not quite perfectly. But I will take 1 point of shock off for the cavalry. In fact 2, they'll use that flag. Should have thought about that before, obviously. Right, red flag. Blue flag. Red flag. So, movement, random event for the Hussars. 3. Merde! Damn dog! Damn chien! The leader commanding his group formation, which has moved, has trodden in something unpleasant. So, Pierre Parfay's status is reduced by 1 until he finds water to wash it off. Leader 1. Right, more of the same from Cul-de-sac. He will add a flag. So the Voltigeurs he's with will fire. They're down 1 point of shock now. I'll take a point of shock off. So that doesn't affect them. So it's 10 dice because he's getting involved and they got the flag. They are long range but skirmishers, so it's 5s and 6s. That's a pretty good hit considering. Soft cover, 4, 5 shock, 6 kill. So 2 shock, nice one. And 2 kills. Now, is Albert Turner hit? He's not. So 2 riflemen have gone. First casualties. And now actually we've got 5 with 6. So they're pushed back. Right, I don't think they're elite. I can't see on the status that they are. So they will go back 1 inch per excess shock. So only 1 inch. But nevertheless, it's a bad things happen. 5. -1 and the British are on 8 force morale. Right, leader 2. Sergeant Willie Drips. Okay, you need to be careful now. They've got the cavalry up the rear. They've got the Voltigeurs to the right. What do they do? I think they might swing into line. I think you can basically just do that. Provide some protection. So that's 1 move. And I think he'll get them to present. Now he's a status 1 leader. 2 actions, move into there, present. I think that's okay. Blue flag. Leader 3. That is Durien. Right, so this group will move forward 2 dice. They'll go 6. Basically, Durien is going to tell both groups to go forward. So they'll go forward 2 and they'll fire. 6 dice, close range skirmishers and first fire. So it is going to be 2s. 4 hits on this group here. And they're in the open, so it's 2 shock and 1 kill. Is the kill on Willie? No, it's not. So the other group will do exactly the same. They'll go forward 6. Not quite so good. They will open fire, but they're not close range, so it's 6s to hit. Down to 5, down to 4 because of first fire and skirmishers. 3 hits. They're going to go for this group. That is 2 shock. Right, leader 4 for the British. I might have messed these up actually. I think leader 4 is Albert Turner, who is here. Right, so 1 command initiative. What does he do? Actually, right. Tell you what he's going to do. Take 3 flags. He's status 4. He'll take off 2 points of shock and activate this group. and they will fire. And then they will reload one action. All right, so, but with 2 shock, I think actually, no, cancel that. It will take off 3 points of shock and get them to move back with their bonus move. They go 4. Right, leader 3 then. We haven't seen him for a while. It's old Ramsbottom. Right, he will get them to about turn. That's their free move. They will then fire at Pierre Parfait and the Cavalry. It's close range. It's 4s to hit, it's 3s to hit, it's 8 dice. Right, there we go, 6 hits. They're in the open. 1 kill, that's a 6, and 2 shock. Here's the kill on Pierre. Oh, it is. What's happened to him? Oh, Pierre's bit the dust. It's gone. Sacre bleu. Bad things happen for a leader. 5, or status 2 leader, 5. And that's -2, and the French are on 7. Red flag. Blue flag. And Tiffin. Well, everybody's been. So that's it. End of turn. I realised I've made a right mess of the cards, leader cards with the British. So I'll sort that out for the next part of the game. Also, just remember to put down some reload markers for the French Voltigeurs. I was a bit excited there. They are now unloaded. And also the rifles there. They have reloaded with 1 action, but they need 2. So hopefully I'm set now to continue properly. And look at that. Tiffin card up straight away. So that means end of turn. I don't think anybody's routing anything like that at the moment, so it's a complete reload and ready to go again. End of chapter even. Right, blue flag. Blue flag. Red flag. So that means random event. Does that happen over a period of a chapter? I'm going to say not. I got that wrong. Leader 3. Now that is Albert Turner. So, what is he going to do here? He's only a status 1. So let's pick up the red card. Red flag. He'll take a point of shock off. In fact, he'll take 2 points of shock off. Red flag. Leader 3. That is Durien and his 2 Voltigeurs. Now he's a status 2 leader, so I'm thinking that he can't get directed fire with both of them. So I think he's going to let this group operate as a group on its own, a unit. He can move this lot forward 1 with his free move. Go 3, and that gets him into close range. They will fire with him and reload. In fact, that's 1 action. You can tell them to activate as well. Yes. First of all, they're 6, 7, 8. No, I think because he's getting involved, he can't tell them to do anything. Okay, fine. 8. 3's to hit. 4 hits. They're going for this group. And that is 3 shock. We're up to 5. I should have probably used some flags there with him, but there we are. Didn't think about that. 4. Right, that is Willy Drips. Now, 1 command initiative. Ooh, but old, what's his face is there. Side bottom. So I think he is just going to take off a point of shock. And, well, no, it will use a flag. 2 points of shock, so that's gone. Leader 1, cul-de-sac. He goes 9, that's a good move. Less 1 because of that shock. In fact, we'll take that shock off before he moves, that's fine. So that's 2 moves. They will now fire at the rifles. And I think he is going to use those 2 flags for 2 extra dice. It is close range. It's got 11 dice and he's hitting on 3s. That's 7 hits, crunching. 4-5 shock, 6 kill. So 2 shock, they're back up to 3. 1 kill. Is it on Albert Turner? No, it's not. Another rifleman. And they are unloaded. Finally remembered. Red flag. Red flag. And tiffin. Right, so what am I going to do here? I've got 2 units. I think one of them, the mule train's going to move. I think I'm kind of messing this about, whether they're sort of separate unit or not. I think they are. I think they ought to be. They'll trundle forward, because this is like a little team with them, 2 men. So that's the mule train for 1 flag. And the other flag is going to be Ramsbottom's group here, the rifles. They're firing against the hussars, who are leaderless and 4 shock, and they can't get rid of that shock. So they might just be able to get rid of them. It's 6 dice, it's close range, it's 4, 5, 6, it's 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 4 hits. They're in the open. So that's another 3 points of shock. And it won't be long before they're pushed back. Alright, blue flag. Red flag. Red flag. So random firing event for the rifles. 9. Oh dear, they got a bit excited there. Charge them to hell. Inspired by their volley and convinced the enemy is done for, the firers surge forward 2 dice 6 inches. If they make contact, they fight fisticuffs immediately and are counted as aggressive. Ooh. Right, this could be a disaster. Oh, they only go 4. I think they're lucky there. They would have probably done the hussars in to a certain degree, but they would have got mauled, I think, themselves. Leader 4 is gone. Leader 3. Right, that's Durian. He'll tell this lot to fire and reload, and that lot to fire and reload. He won't get involved this time. So the group he's with, it's 6 close range, 3s to hit. That's another 5 hits. The Walter Gears are cracking on, doing the business here. That is 2 shock. We're up to 7. This group, 3s. Again, 5 hits. But only 2 shock. Leader 2, Ramsbottom. Right, they were unloaded, so they'll reload and fire. Let's go finish off the hussars. 8 dice, because Ramsbottom's getting involved. Close range. Hitting on 3s. So that's 7 hits. Ooh. Right. That's 2 shock. So we're up to 9. And 3 kills. They are now unloaded. 5 with 9 is excess 4. So they retire 4 inches. And as bad things happen. 1, which is no effect. Right, leader 1, cul-de-sac. Right, he's going to pick up a card. They will reload, fire at the rifles here. They want to finish them off. It's going to be 10 dice, hitting on 3s. Seven hits. Could be nasty. And I think it is going to be very nasty. Right, well, that's 2 shock for a start. That takes him up to 5 and 3 kills. He's one of those on... yeah, he's killed. Sergeant Albert Turner is gone. And 2 others. Right, that's a bit of a disaster there. So, 1 chap left. He breaks. There he goes, 16. Well, he's just going to go over the hills and far away. And bad things happen. So first of all, status 1 leader being killed. 2. -1, and the British are on 7. Group breaks. 6. 6 is never good. -2, the British are on 5. And they are unloaded. Right, leader 3 has just left the building. Leader 1, right, side bottom. Right, I think he's got a lot to do here. So he's going to take up those 2 cards. So first of all, he's got to move there for 1. 2, 3, 4. Take off 3 points of shock. Yeah, 1. They're down to 4. And then get them to fire. They're presented. I could have potentially done a crashing volley, but I think I've got so much shock here. That's why I've taken that off. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Right, so side bottom will get involved. It's close range. It's first fire. It's controlled fire. So I think that means it's 2s. Anything but. Alright, not too bad. Let's split those into the 2 groups. So what's that? 6 there and 5 there. Soft cover, 4-5 shock, 6 kill. So that is going to be 2 shock and 1 kill. No chance of killing Durian because they're line firing. And the other group is 2 shock and 1 kill. So firing is the first action, they can reload. Red flag. Blue flag. Blue flag, random event. So firing at random event, 10. Low on ammunition. The firing unit may only fire at close range until they can resupply from an ammunition wagon. Ignore if this is the unit's first round of fire in the game. Oh, lucky. Lucky then. It was. Leader 2. Right, they will simply move as quickly as they can. 9. And the tiffin. Well, the French can't do anything. All that British can do is old Willie Drips. He can activate. He will take off a point of shock. He'll probably take a point of shock off here, actually. Right, red flag. Blue flag. Leader 2. Rams bottom. They will reload. Leader 4. Willie Drips. He'll take another point of shock off. Rallying the troops. Leader 2. Right, Maldemar, again, he's going to come over here. I'll tell you what, 2 dice over there. That's a great move. 8. And now he's going to open fire into the flank of the British line. Right, it's close range. It's 3s to hit, and it's double shock because they're in the flank. Oh, got overexcited. And they're not going to do much here, are they? Okay, so that's 2 shock. We go up to 3. Blown it. Maldemar, idiot. Right, blue flag. Red flag. Red flag, random firing event. 9. Oh dear, charge them to hell. So they've got to go 2 dice 6 forward. Even after that pathetic volley, they seem to think they've done some great guns there, but obviously not. Let's see what they do. 7. So they don't make it, which is just as well, I think, for them. And tiffin. Right, the British have 3 flags, so they'll go first. I'm going to move this group up and join the line here. Not that bothered. French here will reload and move. So I guess I can move 2. They only need to get here, actually. Which they do. So the Voltigeurs have got round the British left flank. It's going to be carnage. Got the Voltigeurs to their front there. They're trying to form up line and protect that mule train. And the rifles there can probably beat back those hussars, but they're desperately needed behind them. It's in the balance. Leader 1. Ooh, just what the British needed. Right, so I think it's a present fire. They got the... It's a tricky situation here, actually. Yeah, okay. He's got 3 command initiatives. Activate. Present fire. I'll take 2 points of shock off. Yeah. 2 points of shock off here. 14 dice, hitting on anything but. Fab. Look at that. So 6 on there and 7 on there. Do the 6 first. 4, 5 shock, 6 kill. So that is 3 shock. Ooh. 3 shock and 1 kill. So they're push back 1 actually. There's a bad things happen. I'm going to do that now, otherwise I'll forget. 5. -1, French on 6. Right, 7 dice on these chaps here. And that is less good. That is just 2 shock. 4, they're okay. Ooh, Tiffin. The Brits have got away with that. Right, I'm pretty sure they reloaded last time with 2 actions. If I am incorrect, then it's a bit of a bugger up. But anyway, that's what I'm going with. He is activated. He will fire with his group, adding his own. So it's going to be 8 dice. 3s to hit. I want to drive this cavalry away. That's 6 hits. In the open. Oh, not brilliant. 1 shot. Might be enough though. They're up to 10. And 1 kill. So there we are. It's going to be 4 with 10. And they will rout. Well, it doesn't really matter. They've gone 9, but they're out the game. Bad things happen. 4. -1 on the French roll 5, as are the British. So, they fired. They will reload 1 action, so they're unloaded. But for their bonus move, they are just going to turn around and come over here and get ready to take on the Voltigeurs. Leader 1, cul-de-sac, right. They're not in the flank because they're in front of that front line, I believe. He's going to use a card, get involved himself. They're going to fire and, ooh, no, they can't present because they're skirmishes, I think. No, so it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with a card. And close range skirmishers, so I guess they're hitting on 3s. Look at that. I think the other group, oh no, they can choose because they're skirmishers. I think they can all go in 1 group. In the open. So that could have been better, but it's, well, it's 5 points of shock. So that's 3. 4, 5, so they are 7, 8 with Sergeant there, and on 8, oh, that's close. Leader 1. Right, what can side bottom do? He's got 3 command initiatives. I think he takes 2 off them. They're in a bit of bother. Reload, fire, uncontrolled. I think they have to at this stage. Alright, close range. Not controlled fire, so hitting on 4s. It's a good hit, there's 4 on each. Soft cover. That's 3 shock here. 1, 2. 3. So there's 6 with 7. They're going to be pushed back. Let's do that now. Bad things happen for that. 3. That's no effect. Lucky. And on the other group, shouldn't have picked them up actually. It is 4 points of shock. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 with 9. So they go back 5. Bad things happen. 6. The French are on 4. Force morale. Voltigeurs being pushed back. Alright, red flag. Leader 2, that is Sergeant Maldemar. Right, so it's a reload. Fire 6 dice in the flank. Hitting on 3s. 4 hits. Shock is double. In the open. So 1 kill and 4 shock. Put the shock on first. That's not good. That's 4, so it's 10 shock. Is the kill on Sergeant? No. So I've got another kill here. And that's 6, 7 with him with 10. So they're going to have to move back. Yeah, 3 inches. So they're going to come this way. Now that's break formation and push back. So push back first 3. That's no effect. And broken formation 5. That's -2. And the British are on 3. Ooh, tiffin. Right, British have 1 card. What have they got left? Well, they've got this group here. I'm going to move them again. Let's say try and get them to form up here. And I think that's enough. Facing the wrong direction with the other gang. Yeah, they moved to action, so that's it. Oh, would you believe it? Tiffin up straight away. Everybody reloads. All the routies run off the table. So this is nip and tuck. Desperate last stand by the British there, but the Volunteers are taking some punishment as well. It's yeah, close run thing. Right, the British have lost 2 flags and the French 1. Right, leader 4, Willie Drips. I think he's just got to take some shock off, hasn't he? Can't really do anything else. Take 2 off there, 1 off there rather. Leader 3, Durian. Again, 1 point of shock. You'll have to take 2 points of shock off, I think. Got to get them under control a little bit. Oh, blimey, tiffin again. Right, I don't think anything happens there. Right, leader 1, useful. Right, he will take a point of shock off. Present fire. Oh, yes, this could be nasty. 17 dice. Hitting on 3s. All on 1 group. And that is a massive hit. Could be good night to Rien. They are soft cover. Oh, well, that could have been better. 4 shot, but that might be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 6 with 9, and it's not. They go back 3. But they've been pushed back or withdrawn or whatever. 3. I don't think that's an effect. No, they're hanging in there. And the British are unloaded. Right, in actual fact, these skirmishers, they go back 2 inches per excess shock, so they're pushed back there, and these ones previously would have been pushed back here. Right, blue flag. Oh, tiffin again. It's coming around pretty quick. Right, 1 move for a French unit. I suppose it doesn't really matter, but Maldemar's group will fire here. 6 dice, hitting on 3s. That's 3 hits. And a bit of bother there with shock. They're in the open. Dear, only another 1 shock, but that might be enough. That puts them up to 10. And there's 7 of them. Well, they go back. Yeah, they go back 3 inches. So obliged to withdraw. Bad things happen. 1, no effect. Right, first card up, leader 2, Ramsbottom. He is desperately needed now. Don't really want to get them in front of that line and get shot to bits. What they might just do, move forward 1 and fire up the Voltigeurs. 6, great move. Other side of those trees. And the Voltigeurs are still definitely in sight there. So away we go. Right, 6, 7, 8. Hitting on 3s. Oh, not really brilliant there. 2 misses. 4, 5 shock, 6 kill. Another 3 shock. So 6 with 12, they're broken. First of all, they will run away. And they'll go 11. I think it's immaterial now, to be honest. More importantly, it's a bad thing to happen. 5. -2, and the French are on 2. Blue flag. Leader 4. Sergeant William Drips. It's, whoa, what's he going to do? 1 point of shock off, I guess. Yeah, that's about it. Red flag. And Tiffin. Well, interestingly, the British have a high force morale, so they'll go first for that 1 unit moving each. So, they're 1 unit now, so that will reload. Now, they're going to turn and face them. Just break off that formation. I think they can do that. Wheel, check that. But both actions required. The French will fire with this unit against this group. Just check, I think that's still close range. 6 dice hitting on 3s. Not overly good. 1 shock, back up to 10. And obliged to withdraw again. There are 7 with 10, back another 3 inches. Bad things happen. 2, no effect. Lucky. Blue flag. Ooh, leader 1, this is really useful. Side bottom. Right, he's going to concentrate on this gang here. Reload. And fire uncontrolled. Ah, hold on, they were uncontrolled. They fired uncontrolled before, didn't they? Yeah, I think I've got to get them under control. I might have messed that because they were wheeling and whatever, which probably couldn't have turned, so let's move them back. So I should have rolled then. So I messed that, let's put that back. So that formation is uncontrolled. Right, I've got to roll to see if I can control them. Yes. Right. So they're going to, now they can pivot with both actions and they're still unloaded. Right, I think that makes sense. Red flag. Leader 3. Well, old Durian, what's he going to do? Probably not a lot. He'll just hop across to this gang and take a point of shock off. Pretty futile at the moment. Leader 2. Well, Ramsbottom. So, okay, so he's going to get his group to reload for 1 action. Bonus move for the little group there. They only go 2. And fire. So they are going to fire on Maldemar's group, the left-hand group of the French skirmishers there. It is effective range, so hitting on 5-6, but skirmishers 4-5-6. Rubbish. 2 hits. Won't do much cop there. But it's 1 kill. Who's the kill on? Ooh, Maldemar. So he's going to be a 0 rated leader. Status 1 wounded. And that's -1. French are on 1 force morale. Leader 4. No, have I buggered up the... it must have been last go. Right, Willie will take his proverbial point of shock off. I'm getting confused, it turns around so quick. Right, sharp practice is going to be played by the Brits. Yes. Alright, sharp practice. I'll sharp practice the rifles, so they're reloaded now. I should have put the smoke out, but they're now fully reloaded. Ooh, and Tiffin. That is handy for the Brits. So 1 go for the French. And it will be cul-de-sac gang here, firing 6 dice. Hitting on 3s. That is 4 hits. In the open. That is 3 shock, 1 kill. Here's the kill on side bottom. No, it's not. Would you believe it? Tiffing up again. Right, reload everybody. The French are now down to 1 flag. Right, leader 4, Willie Drips, 1 point of shock off. Or leader 2, Ramsbottom, nice one, Centurion. So it will be exactly the same as before. They'll be firing right across here at Maldemar's section. 8 dice, hitting on 456. That is a good hit. Damage is 2 shock and 1 kill. Now, Maldemare, how's your luck? Ooh, not good, because that is it. He's killed, and I'm assuming, but I'll have to roll for it, bad things happen. 6, oh, definitely. That's the French. 0, and they're gone. Well, there we go. What a cracking little skirmish that was. I thought the French were going to get the better of that, especially with this blocking force here with Cul-de-sac and Maldemare. But unfortunately, Durien and he ran away. And the British held the valley and will push on and get the Brandy up to El Barboso and try and persuade him to join the fight. Well done, the Brits, and well done, Sidebottom. Once again, the casualties were quite similar there. But the French lost 2 leaders, Pierre Parfait and Sergeant Maldemare, along with 3 Voltigeurs and 4 Hussars, whereas the Brits just lost Sergeant Albert Turner, 5 Riflemen and 3 light infantry. So the Brandy will make its merry way up to the stronghold of El Barbosa. And for those who don't have any Spanish linguistic skills, El Barbosa means the slug. Clearly, Barboso is a fat geezer. Anyway, he's happy with that, and I think he's going to join in the fight against the French. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. Having great fun with sharp practice. Still lots of mistakes, I acknowledge, but I'm getting there, I think. All right, hope to see you next time.